I love Brandon's stories. By the way, I was walking around my house listening to y'all talk. Brandon's stories are my favorite because Brandon doesn't really know what the story is, but he still tells the story. He's like, hey, you know that thing that was on maybe Vine? I don't know, maybe TikTok, it was on Vine, and then they use these things that it might have been cards or bricks, or it was bricks or cards, and then.
He's so like, true. I think the guy's name's Paul.
So true.
His name's Paul Jake. And
they're my favorite. They're my favorite.
Yeah.
I love them.
Yeah, I suck at it. You should hear me try to tell a joke that I heard like 10 years ago.
Tell us a joke. Brandon's dad joke.
Yeah, that's it right now. Best dad joke, you know.
I don't have dad jokes. All my jokes are not appropriate.
Well. Let's say, all right, let's do any joke. Do any joke, it's after hours, and if it's that inappropriate, Sam will just bleep out the whole thing and we'll laugh. Go ahead.
No.
Let's hear it. Sam can bleep it out.
I just say bleep right now.
No, just do it. Let's hear a joke.
I'll cover you.
I can't think of any off the top of my head.
Let's hear a joke.
Jesus Christ. I can't think of any.
All right, anytime without...
What is this? The improv?
Well, by the end of the podcast, you have to tell us one joke. So think about it. But you can stop anybody talking at any time.
I'm going to Google it right now.
That's fine. But it better be good.
Guys, my Traeger is pissing me off.
What?
Yeah.
What? Did you get it on camera, though?
Yeah, that was best. That was so funny. On Mother's Day, the post was you setting shit on fire. And I was like, that's perfect.
So what I didn't realize on that post is I did a whole storyboard of my Traeger not starting. I was like, I'm out here, it's the middle of the night. This is the night before Mother's Day. I was like, I can't get it to start. It won't start. I got a brisket that's sitting here, and like I'm going through this whole spill, and then it just ends, right? I went to bed. It was 1 a.m. I couldn't get my Traeger to start.
You forgot to turn it on the back?
No. It legit won't start. But the funny thing is the next day y'all posted that, and I was like, oh, that's funny, and I shared it to my stories. So followed up by that was me setting the bush on fire.
That's
so everybody thought that it was because I was negligent and didn't clean my grill, and that was the follow-up video of me setting my bush on fire at 2 a.m. And I was like, no, that happened a long time ago.
Awesome.
I had that post planned for a while, so
it was really funny. I loved it.
So it wouldn't turn on at all, or it wouldn't fire?
It won't ignite.
So the screen was on.
Yeah. Everything's going normal. It just would not ignite, and.
But it's just a hot plate, so it's just like it wouldn't get hot enough for it to ignite. You know what I'm saying?
No, there's something to do with the auger and the fuel coming through. Fuel as in the pellets.
So the pellets wouldn't feed.
Yeah.
So today I took the auger and opened it up and drained all my pellets and stuff out, and I noticed that it was, I think the same thing. And Sam and I was talking about this on DM, but it's kind of the same thing that happened to you, Jesse, on yours. It was like powder. All jammed in real tight at the bottom of the auger.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, that's it. So I took my screwdriver and poked it all out and took my vacuumed it all. Looked pretty good. But I think I messed up because I did not reverse my auger to clear it, thinking maybe there was something else still in there. I just poured all my pellets back in, ran my auger, and then tried to light it up. It still won't ignite.
So you have to
it's
take it
trying,
all out again.
it's smoking, so I think I'm going to take it all again, do the same thing.
That just happened to one of our dedicated listeners, Nate, from Creative Grain. But his is a Pit Boss, Rec Tech. And the same thing happened. It got like some moisture in the auger system or something, and he had to take it all apart, and it was all jammed up. I think he said something else might have even been wrong with it, though, too.
Him and I were messing about that as well. And I don't know that it's the Traeger's fault. Like my Traeger sits out in the open, and we've had a crap ton of rain and like almost sideways rain and some big winds. So I don't know if my pellets got a little wet or what.
Probably.
So
I mean, to be fair, when I was researching which grill to get, all of them said, do not leave pellets in your grill.
Really?
You're supposed to empty them every time, so they don't. That doesn't happen. I know nobody does.
That is way too much.
But when I was researching
Who would do that? Nobody does.
Well, that's what even the people on the
never
videos were saying was like, I don't ever do this, but they really suggest that you clear them all out so that doesn't happen. Yeah. So people that were living in like Louisiana, Florida, where it's super humid, I guess it happens more often.
You haven't heard me say this often, but at 1 a.m. on Saturday or Sunday morning, as I was sitting there with a brisket fully ready to go, and I couldn't figure out why this thing wouldn't start, in my head, the only thing I can think of is, if this son of a gun was a stick burner, I'd figure this out. Like, I'd have this running. Like, if my fire's not going, I know why the fire isn't going. And I would be able to figure this out. But because of all the mechanics and the augers and all this other stuff, I had to give up. I couldn't do it.
So what did you end up doing?
Yeah.
I put it in the fridge. And then at 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. the next morning, I took it over to Brian's house and put it on his trigger.
Oh. Why didn't you
across the street.
Throw it in your oven?
Surprised you didn't just go over there at 1 a.m. and do it.
Well, I didn't throw it in the oven because, I'm not that big of a quitter. I would rather have started a fire in my backyard and put it out there than put it in the oven.
He's like,
is that quitting?
He's like, Sam, because you're a piece of shit. That's something you would do.
I know, damn.
I honestly can't even believe you mentioned that, Sam. That's just a little...
He's like, an oven? I don't even own an oven.
Yeah.
He's like, because I'm an American
oven is not
male.
a place for meat.
So roast your vegetables, and that is it.
Oh my god! Just so you know, a smoker is literally an oven.
Right. Which JP has said multiple times.
Yeah.
So I use my griddle a ton on Mother's Day. We had a Mother's Day brunch over here, so we had everybody over, and I made bacon, sausage, eggs, or my wife made egg casserole.
I was wondering why you were cooking for an army.
Dude,
it's like, Jesus.
It was
a case of eggs on that Blackstone.
Dude, well, that was a different day. That was actually that was just for like my family.
Oh, okay.
That was only for like 5 of us. But no,
it's your diet, I forgot.
Right, yeah, I suck.
Yeah.
So so I'm gonna do the Murph.
But you're gonna eat 12 eggs.
Yeah, we're gonna start the day. I gotta start carb loading now.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's called carb loading.
No, so we made it, and but I started out with just the meat because I wanted to get throw it into like a container and just keep it for while I cooked like the French toast and the pancakes and all that stuff. So I did all the bacon sausage first, and there was so much grease that the tray in the back that's like this big and this thick was full of grease. Like immediately, as soon as I was done my second round of bacon, it filled up to the brim, and I'm like sitting there, and as I start scraping it towards the back, I'm like, I haven't checked and see how full this thing is. And I like look over, and it is legit to the brim. And I'm like, oh no. And it was just still full of grease on there. I'm like, oh crap. So I had to like scrape all the grease back away from the drain. And then we had to like figure out how to get it out. And I was panicking. I'm like, oh, this grease is gonna fall all over this concrete, this like thing that I just fixed and all this stuff. So I got like a hot plate or a like hot mats or whatever mitts things, and then I like tried to like get it up without spilling it and like take it off because it hooks in, so you have to like lift and then pull out. And I have the stone wall behind it, so we had to like move it, dude. It was a nightmare.
That's what you should have filmed that for Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh man, but it did work. We pulled it. My wife has this giant coffee cup that has like Friends on it, like the show Friends has like this giant coffee cup. So I poured all the grease into this like coffee cup thing, and I'm like, oh. And then I went and put it back, and it was fine. But it freaked me out. I thought I was just gonna.
How many times have you emptied that grease since you got it?
Like twice.
Oh.
He's like,
yeah, it wasn't that full. It had little chunks in it from the time before, but it wasn't like super greasy, like liquid. And it was just like a small layer of that chunky stuff. Like when we poured it, you could see it. But that bacon literally just like pooled over my 32-inch or 36-inch griddle. It was just, it was cheap bacon. And
which is the perfect bath for eggs.
Yeah, and so, we scraped the bed. We didn't do eggs in there. We did it in the oven, actually. My wife did in the oven. But we did smoke biscuits.
What?
I'm gonna tell my wife.
Hold on.
Like, hey, JP says
it was an egg
casserole
wrap. So just
it was an egg casserole with like potatoes and peppers and stuff.
We were very confused.
Last time I cooked one of those, I did it in my smoker, by the way.
Well, I was smoking biscuits, and so I didn't have room.
Last time I did one of those, I did it in the air fryer, which was amazing.
A casserole?
A casserole.
Well, it was like a scramble, basically.
Sounds good, though.
Dude, it was amazing, and it took like 12 minutes. Stupid. I was like, ever since I got that thing, I've used it so much.
JP, by the way, if you get a griddle, because you were saying that you're gonna get one, Blackstone has like the same size I have, but underneath is a 3 air fryer thing. So it's like a griddle air fryer combo.
That's cool.
It looks awesome. It's at
The
Walmart.
air fryers run off propane?
No, I think it's
That's
Plug it in?
electric. So you plug that in, and then you have the gas for the griddle. And I didn't see that till after, I ended up getting mine, and I was like,
That's
dang
legit.
it. That would have been so awesome because I could fry things, I could smoke things, and then I had my griddle for like searing and everything else. It would have been the perfect combo outside. I could do absolutely everything.
Yeah,
Man.
that's awesome. Hey, does that Blackstone get hot enough that you can put a cast iron skillet on it and heat up?
I haven't tried yet. I'm going to do steaks this week.
Like a stove eyelet, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you just turn it up and then put this in. You just want it to get hot enough. I think it's going to take a while.
Yeah.
I
tried to heat up oil in a Dutch oven to fry some fish on top of mine the other day, and I just could not get it hot enough out there.
In Traeger? In the Traeger?
No. I have that Blue Rhino flat, whatever griddle thing.
Yeah, it's like for
The
camping,
small one.
like that type one. Yeah.
It's
No,
small.
this one will be. I mean, if you're gonna do oil, you could just throw down oil and just do it straight on the griddle, right? And you'd be fine.
Well, not if you want to deep fry it.
Or deep
You're
frying
saying
it.
deep frying it? Oh.
Yeah.
You could maybe preheat it on your stove and then take it out there,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then
so you
just
don't get
keep
all
it.
the splashing inside.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
Thought about getting that.
Don't drop it on the way.
That was smart. That was some knowledge.
It was.
I'm gonna try to build like some cabinets and stuff out there. So I don't know. I was like, man, a hot plate would be pretty good just to keep out there, like underneath in the cabinet or whatever, to pull out to do stuff like that on. Because like frying fish and stuff inside the house dude, just stink up a house real quick.
Yeah. Well, I've had bacon more in this last week or last couple weeks than I ever have in the last like 5 years. Because my wife hates cooking bacon in the house.
You know,
so now I'm like, I have bacon all the time. I just cook outside, and she doesn't.
I
She
eat
loves
bacon
it.
all the time too, but I get the bacon. It comes in a box, and when you pull it out, it's like 5 pieces in plastic, and it's got a paper towel in the plastic, and you throw it in the microwave flat for 3 minutes. It comes out perfect every time. It's raw, it's bacon just like anything else. And I cook bacon in the microwave all the time anyway.
And so you cook bacon in a microwave, but using an oven is fake.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you
not
realizing how
denying it
stupid
at
that
all.
sounds, or are you just okay? You realize how stupid that sounds, all right?
Sometimes I don't have time to put it in the cast iron skillet where it belongs. Okay?
But if you own an oven, it's against God's
I didn't
wishes.
say that.
Yes, I think what you said.
The oven has a place. It has a place.
So you can't
can-
cook bacon in the oven? Is that okay or no?
My wife has done it every now and then.
You
I
can
don't-
do
I've
you
done
can do
much.
candy bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do candy bacon. I have done it like that. That is
No, I'm not
could probably
asking. I've
smoke it
done it in
too.
the oven
It's good.
plenty of times. I'm saying, do you do it in the oven since it's not okay
Smoking
to put
bacon's
meat
kind
in the
of
oven?
pointless.
No, I either cook bacon in the microwave, wrapped in paper towels, or I cook it in a cast iron skillet.
Can't say
It's
I've
only two
done
ways I do
bacon
it.
in the microwave before.
Oh, it's
Seems
perfect.
like it would be
I mean,
gross.
you can really, really make bacon extremely well.
JP
How would it be
the-
crispy in the microwave?
They have
It's crispy.
They have the
It gets
bacon
crispy.
racks where the bacon just hangs there and you can microwave it on there.
Huh. That's weird.
Yeah, it is
I just
weird.
I put a plate down. I put in 2 pieces of paper towel, laid my bacon out on it, and a paper towel on top of it, and cook it for 3 minutes, and it's perfect. Like
Coming from
absolutely
the
perfect.
from the guy that's like, hey, I'm gonna run a mile, do 200 push-ups, 300 sit-ups. I'm gonna bench press 1,000 pounds, then run another mile. You sound the most un-American person out of everybody on this podcast right now. You went from the most American to the most un-American person on the Go Build Something podcast.
You know, it's funny on these after hours shows. I feel like we're on teams. It's like me and Mullen, and then Sam and JP are
Yeah.
always on. We're like, there is anti-gravity chambers. and they're like, "No, you're both idiots."
I still believe there's
And now I'm
anti-gravity chamber.
seeing I hear JP, talking about the microwave bacon, and I see Mullen over there like,
No.
and I'm over here like, nah. And Sam's like, yeah, they have racks for it. You guys are idiots.
I mean, they do. I didn't say it's a good idea to use them.
Well, Sam, you got some stuff for us, so let's dive into that.
I do. I have a few links. I have shop stuff. I have weird stuff, and I have.
We need a name for the segment.
It is shit Sam saw.
Oh shit, Sam saw.
Nice. It should be that video that you sent us of Jesse attempting to use a chainsaw earlier.
Well, that was on the last podcast. I'm sure he's going to put that up. So if you didn't see it,
Well, we didn't talk about it because we need to.
We can talk about that first.
We can.
Go for it.
We have plenty of those videos. Sam took like 6 of them of me cutting down those couple plum trees.
Can you send some to me? Send some to me. I'm going to post them on my account too.
Yeah, do it.
So
please
probably don't post those.
Earlier that day, Jesse was like, "Yeah, like, was it your grandpa-in-law has a nice one or something?" And I was just like, "Oh, is that the nice one? Or like, where's the nice one?" And you're like, "Oh, this is the nice one."
No, that's not what I said.
That's pretty much what you said.
No, he has a nicer one. He's got a nicer one. Yeah, his
I
is
thought
like
you said it was the same
battery-powered. No, I was saying Patrick across the street. Patrick across the street he let me borrow, like last year when we were cutting down the front tree. He let me borrow one that was actually smaller than the one I had. Same brand, same corded, but it was like 2 inches smaller, so it was 14 to 16, whatever.
Yeah.
And that was tiny. It's like when you, even this one sounds like it, when you pull it, it doesn't even sound like a chain. It's like, like that's the most it sounds.
Yeah,
I was just laughing because you were like moving it back and forth.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's because it's just the tree is so big.
It's like a combination handsaw.
That's not
that's legit.
It's an electric handsaw.
But that's legit. Like this thing, I had to just work it into the wood, or it wouldn't cut it.
I would do that one time, be like, "Yep, going to buy a new chainsaw right now."
No, I'm not paying for a new chainsaw. It
Settle
worked.
for a Poland or something.
Yeah, anything would be better.
It worked. I don't do gasoline. The only thing that's gas powered in my house, like that's not electric.
Gasoline.
I guarantee you he would have put straight gas in it and burned it up anyways.
Yeah,
I was like,
that's true. Very true, Brandon.
No, the only thing that I don't have that is my snowblower, and the only reason, and I've tried the electric ones are so cheap, they're freaking expensive. They're like $600, and I'm like, for a tiny, and they're small. They're only 20 inches. Like,
which is something that I've never seen before.
Yeah, right.
Well,
me either. Well, that's why I worked on them, but I never used one.
All right, Sam.
Also, I have a chainsaw that's worth twice that. So,
well, whatever.
Yeah, I bet you have
we have a $1,200 chainsaw. When have you used it this year? Have you used it this year?
Yeah, like 2 days ago.
Oh God. Seems like
Take that, Mullen.
Seems like a waste.
To be fair, I didn't pay for it.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
well, there you go.
It wasn't sponsored or nothing. A guy burned it up at the shop, and they were gonna throw it away, so I took it and put a new top end on it, and now it's mine. So I have like $200 into it.
Gotcha. So you have
but it is like
chainsaw.
It is a $1,200 saw if you buy it new.
But it was $0 because you're gonna throw it away, and then you just put
Correct.
$200 in. So you're saying it's a $200 saw? Okay,
No.
just.
I could resell it right now for $800.
All right,
easy.
we're gonna do it.
I feel like this segment needs something. I need
Yeah, you
all
have
right,
to do it.
now it's shit that Sam saw, and then I feel like we need some good music or something.
Yeah.
Can you do that? Wait, Sam, hit it.
I love that it's on Reddit. That's awesome.
Oh shit, that's cool.
Yeah, I didn't know that's how they.
That's how they box them.
That's how they box the nails.
I've
so
seen
it's just
that before.
it's a
That's
giant.
pretty cool.
It's giant
It's
magnet.
magnets.
Right?
Yeah, it's just big magnets.
Yeah. I've seen
Oh,
that
wow.
video before somewhere. I don't remember
Oh,
where.
that's badass.
It's pretty crazy.
Oh, that's really
seen it
cool.
yet.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's really cool.
Now,
All right.
you guys have seen it yet?
What the comments?
My dad has me pick them up one by one in the garage.
Off the floor with sawdust all over the place.
That's hilarious.
It's funny.
Oh,
right, so-
Reddit is such a dumpster fire.
Oh god.
You know what? It's actually not as bad as Twitter, though.
Yeah,
I think Twitter is worse than Reddit.
Did you watch the
There's no
Elon
way.
Musk?
I don't know. Reddit was pretty positive earlier, so.
Did you watch the SNL with Elon?
No, I
I
don't
saw the
watch
clips.
SNL.
I saw the clips.
I didn't see
He
any
was
of
actually
it.
funny.
But they were I watch a YouTuber that talks about stocks every day. He does a daily video, and he said that he did like a monologue.
Send it to me.
Yeah. It's called Zip Trader is the YouTube channel.
Okay.
But anyway, he was saying that I guess Elon did like a monologue on there, and he said that has some sort of mild.
He has Asperger's, which is actually a severe autism thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, you look at him, how socially awkward he is. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. And he's super smart, which a lot of
Right.
Asperger kids have that. They're high-functioning autistic kids.
Well, like that movie with Ben Affleck, or what was it, The Accountant or whatever, something like
Yeah,
that.
right.
Where he's like super crazy smart, but doesn't barely talk.
Right. Yeah, and I wasn't really super surprised by it, but I was like, oh, that's cool. And what was his joke, Sam? His joke about...
Oh, he said something about, he's like, I'm the first host to have Asperger's, and then he's like, well, publicly.
Which
was
he's no actually though,
jab at
but
somebody.
his skits that he was doing, because he's so socially awkward, it made it funnier. Like every time I watched it, I was like, this is actually really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what he was saying. He was like, I don't really like SNL, but I highly suggest watching the skits.
that's what he
with
said.
him. Yeah.
He said something about Dogecoin that made, like, people said made it plummet.
Yeah.
It dropped, yeah.
No,
and
but
then,
He said it's
and then immediately afterwards, like within 8 hours, he said that SpaceX will accept Dogecoin for tickets to go to outer space.
Yeah.
So that it went back up.
Right.
Yeah,
It went back up.
He,
Well, it was supposed to be. It was like a pre-anticipatory run that he was supposed to like pump it up. So all these Reddit guys were like, "Oh, he's gonna tell everybody to buy it, and it's amazing, and blah blah." And he like barely said anything about it, so it took a shit.
Well, he said several things about it, because I watched a few different segments he did. He did one where the whole segment was like, "Hey, so what is Dogecoin?" Did you see that one? And he
I didn't see any of them.
So there's one where it's like the newsroom. You know how they have the newsroom thing.
The weekend update.
Yeah,
they said that's when it plummeted. Is that?
Oh
and he. But also, I saw that Robinhood stopped letting people buy. So like they basically froze Dogecoin, because I was on Reddit to see what it was, and the next morning I was like, I don't know what, like, look at it was, and people were pissed. They were like, look at, and it was just screenshot after screenshot, whereas they were trying to buy or sell Dogecoin. I think it was mostly buy, and it said server error on every Robinhood.
I don't know
thing.
why
I'm
they're
like,
so
no shit.
surprised. There was
I know it happened. It happened with GameStop.
It happens all the time.
Right.
With all kinds of stuff. Anything that gets like that, where it's a short squeeze type situation,
Right.
Robinhood can't keep up. Or
so
they,
that's what I assumed.
quote unquote can't keep up. Also, they're owned by the hedge funds.
Right.
BTW.
Oh.
All right, nerds. Sam seems shit. Let's watch it.
Oh, okay. So this is JP's kid's next sport.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Did you send it? All right.
Tug of War in the pool with a boat.
Is that what it is?
Basically.
That is amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy hell.
I don't know if it's sadder that that's a thing, or there's people there to cheer them on.
Whoa. Why
Well,
did the team that lost cheer?
What?
Because
They didn't lose.
They didn't
Because
lose.
you think about
They're
it,
pushing.
You're pushing forward.
Yeah,
You're not pulling
they're not
back.
pulling.
Yeah, it's like reverse tug of war.
Completely had that backwards.
The top comment. The top comment.
Yeah.
I thought Reds were winning. I feel dumb now.
It says that's from Penalty Bucks Woodshop.
That's crazy.
That just looks like
It's a reverse tug of war.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah,
it
you gotta
plays
push
mind
'em.
tricks.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Dude, literally all the comments are about that. The entire
It
comments
is.
thread's all about. That's so weird. I don't know why the other team was excited.
I came to the comments to see why the team that lost was cheering. Now I also feel dumb.
That's so funny.
Oh God, there's dozens of us. It's,
Dude, that's actually really cool though.
it's hilarious,
That's awesome.
Dude, that takes some strength, man. That's some endurance.
Can you
right
imagine?
there.
right?
Ugh. A lot of back muscle going on.
It
Trying to
says,
go forward, not backward.
dumb folks unite.
JP found his people.
Hi there. Is this
Yeah,
where the
yeah.
dumb ones gather?
I changed my mind about Reddit.
Yeah, right. Like, oh, this is the cool corner. Thanks, Sam.
You're welcome.
This must be the one Reddit feed that I'm not banned from.
If you stop posting
That's
nudes,
fun.
Yeah,
you
once you
probably
tag
would
your
be
own
banned.
video, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We're just
They
gonna have
all
to start
hate you.
tagging our each other's videos to make sure we don't
All
get
right.
banned from them.
All right, let's do weird stuff.
Weird stuff.
Or-
I could do. What?
yeah.
What was that
Or
category?
That was weird stuff.
All right,
it was just weird things.
What's
Okay.
is NSW? Is that not suitable for work? Let's do it. It's after hours.
You want
Let's
that?
do it.
It's
Okay.
after hours.
It was just kind of funny. So it's a video from a game show. This is like something I would
Can I
normally
guess?
send you.
Can I guess an
Yeah, okay.
Asian game show?
No, it's
Oh,
it's actually
those Asian game
uh,
shows get crazy. Have you
no.
ever seen
Yeah.
those?
Yeah.
With the
They do stuff-
tsunamis and stuff.
They're
like
like,
7 people died in this video.
let's see, whoever doesn't die wins.
That's like
Oh, that's
NXT. Yeah,
Yeah. That's 4 less than last week.
yeah, it's so funny. All right, let's go.
This is something I would normally send you like on Instagram because I just thought it was fun.
All right. What happened?
He's got,
Oh, his bulge. Oh my god.
he looks down. He's like, oh, God.
Dude, I didn't even know his first time.
Dude, his cousin
pants-
Eddie.
His pants are
Right.
so tight. He looks up. He's just like, oh god, they're looking
He's
at
like,
me.
no.
It's just like that clip on Christmas Vacation with cousin Eddie where they're in Walmart and he's throwing the bags of dog food. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
I don't
I've seen
remember
it,
that one.
but I don't remember that part.
I don't
Yeah,
remember
we're
that
not
part.
that
Exact same
old.
part.
Oh,
I just
that's
remember
funny.
the part where the cops come busting in and
Yeah.
they're
Then
like,
she's holding his
"Freeze!"
crotch.
Yeah.
And then she's
What do
like,
you
oh
mean
yeah,
you don't
nice to meet
remember
you.
the
Then
part?
goes
Y'all don't
back.
watch that every Christmas?
I don't.
We watched that.
I haven't seen that in years.
Unbelievable.
Christmas Story.
I watched. I've never seen that.
The Christmas Story over.
Oh,
Come
what?
on.
You gonna act like it's not the best Christmas movie? I'll punch you right now.
What?
If
No.
I can.
What? No. Never seen it, and everybody makes fun of me because of it.
Four Christmases is amazing too. You watch Four Christmases?
Yeah, I've seen
Four
that.
Christmases is funny.
So what's your like must see Christmas movies then?
Me? Who?
Mine it's definitely
We'll go through
Christmas
everybody.
Vacation, Four Christmases, and I throw a curveball in there, which is one of my favorites. Is Adam Sandler's. What's that? 8 Crazy Nights or something?
Is that a cartoon?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I haven't seen it.
I don't know why I like it so much, but I do. It's hilarious.
That's a Hanukkah movie.
It is a Hanukkah movie, but I still like it. It's funny.
Yeah. I watch Elf and The Grinch every Christmas.
Elf is amazing.
I-
you have to watch
there
it.
is-
We always watch Elf. Yeah.
Yeah, I watch Elf a lot. There's rarely a Christmas movie I don't like. I love them all.
Okay, what about Santa Claus 2 or 3?
no.
Do you like those? 'Cause-
Garbage.
Those aren't movies.
No, they're so bad. My wife loves
The first
all the
Santa
Santa
Claus
Clauses.
was
First Santa
We
Claus
watch
amazing.
dude. I have a 9-year-old and 11-year-old. You know how many of those we
Yeah.
watched this year? It's unbelievable.
It's so bad. And those ones, the first one's amazing. It's a classic.
Yeah, I love the
The
first
the
one.
second and third are so bad.
They're pretty-
And then I actually like the. You guys may not like it. I know JP's probably seen it. The one on Netflix with
The Chronicles.
Yeah, the first one.
Oh,
Christmas
I've seen-
Chronicles
When we were scrolling
with,
through Netflix
Oh, yeah.
yesterday, I
Is it
seen
Kurt
that.
Russell? Is that who that is?
Yeah.
yeah, with Kurt Russell. Yeah,
That's actually pretty good. And he's the
not
fact
bad.
he's
I
like
haven't
not
seen
a
it.
fat. He's really.
yeah.
Oh, he's not like a fat Santa, and he always gets mad because everyone's like, "Go ho ho ho." He's like, "I don't say ho ho ho. When did that start? I don't say that." And he gets upset about it. It's the best. It's actually really good. The second
He's more
one's
of
horrible,
a
but
he's more of a Saint Nick than he is a Santa Claus.
right, yeah. It's really a good one, but that's not one of my favorites. I would do Christmas Story, Elf. I think the original Santa Claus. Which one?
Oh,
Are you
Home
done?
Alone. I gotta throw Home Alone in there.
I mean, you're missing the best one.
Christmas Story.
Bad
Elf,
Santa.
Santa Claus.
Oh, bad Santa.
The best one?
Yeah, come on.
I don't know. Which
Like
one would you say is
Rudolph?
the best?
No, it's always Die Hard.
Oh, Die Hard.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
Die
right,
Hard.
Die Hard.
Ah.
Oh,
That
come on.
one's no,
They play
can-
Christmas movie or Christmas music in it.
is.
That's
It
true. I'll
is.
give
Yeah.
you that. Yeah, but when
It's kind of a trick question. But
it is because I
is.
can't say it's a Christmas. Like I can't. My wife doesn't accept it. It's a Christmas movie. You know what I
It's
mean?
the movie you watch.
I love
outside.
it, but I don't
Yeah.
watch it. Let's get the hell off of Christmas. What are we doing?
Isn't it?
I did
July?
watch,
it's halfway through to Christmas.
I took your advice the other night. My girlfriend was like, "Oh, let's watch a movie," and I was like, "All right, let's watch The Highwaymen," because I'd never seen it.
It's
And we watched
great.
It.
Oh, yeah?
It was
Did you like
pretty
it?
good. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
good. It was super
Damn,
long.
Yeah,
Felt like it was really long, but it was
Dude.
good.
You want to watch a good one that's long? Is that one about Hoffa?
Oh, you're talking about The Irishman?
The Irishman. Yeah.
Oh,
haven't
I
seen it.
scrolled
That-
past that.
that's
I
good.
almost clicked on
Is
it.
it?
It's all right. Yeah.
We
I
watched
thought it was
that,
great,
and
but
then
it
we
is
watched
super damn long. Like it's a 2-nighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to watch
Watch-
the world's longest movie, but it's also great, is the
Titanic.
Zack Snyder cut of Justice League. Dude.
Yeah. That
The
just
first
came out.
Justice League, I didn't see,
I saw.
but I heard it was just trash. Like, it wasn't good. This one was so good. It's probably the best superhero movie I've ever seen. Do you agree?
I
Like,
don't
which
know.
one would you rank above it?
I think I don't. Probably one of the Batmans.
No,
Probably-
no. I don't count Batman's. The original Dark Knights. I don't count those. Sorry.
Batman
No, because
sucks.
they're
So
so
what-
they're
no, no,
so
no, no, no,
different.
no, go
they're
back,
just
go
so
back.
different. They're so different.
So what is your draw the line of superhero movies?
So
I know,
I
it's
count
a-
all the
that's a
Marvels.
comic book,
Okay, how about
so-
this? Wait, stop. So after this,
They're so
Batman's
different.
literally in this one.
no, I agree. I see what you're saying. But the Dark Knight is not like the typical superhero movie. When you think of superhero movie, you think of like the
Yeah, but that's
corny,
what makes
crappy
it so
movie.
great.
I agree with you.
amazing.
I think no, like if that was in the mix, I would say that's the best. Is what I'm saying. But I never really consider it because it's just so good and it's just so like intense compared to all the other ones. It's almost in a different like league. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm talking about like against all the Marvels, I think it's better than any of the Marvel movies.
Dark Knight's insane.
Well,
I
this
love it.
the Snyder Cut's weird
Not a
because
fan.
it's a 5-part super long movie that
It's
they should have
4
just
hours
made
long.
into a miniseries.
They should have, yeah. But they have like black screens that come out and say part 1, part 2, part 3, and there's 6
Yeah, so you
parts.
can-
So
you can
we
break
broke
it
it
up.
up into 3 nights, and it was
Okay.
it was actually nice. It was an hour and 15 each
so
night.
it's a little unfair to compare it to another movie
That's
that's
true.
maybe only an hour and a half.
I'll give you that. But I like the style of it a lot more too because it's
Guardians of the Galaxy or something.
oh, it's so great.
Those ones
That's
are really
for
good.
Marvel. For
Or
Marvel,
the first one was
well, the
great.
second one kind of sucked, but the first one's good.
I
Second
still
one's
took the
pretty
second
good,
one. I
too.
mean, I agree.
Second one was
It-
fun, but
I always
Yeah.
go into the second of
storyline
any
kinda
movie with
sucked.
with like a lesser expectation. You know what I
Right.
mean? With any second movie.
Yeah.
Because the first one I was like, oh man, that's so funny. I
It was
laughed
so
so
good.
hard.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But
The
Kurt
first
Russell
one
in the
was
second
amazing.
one, I just thought was kind of I don't know.
Yeah,
annoying.
it wasn't that great.
Yeah,
it was
I
still
didn't like it.
decent though.
Yeah, yeah. It's so good. Chris Pratt, I love. So
Yeah,
he
he's
actually has a new
awesome.
movie coming out called The Tomorrow War, and I'm really excited to see that. He actually produced it, wrote it, and directed it, I believe,
What
or
is
maybe he didn't
the,
write it, but he
did
did
he?
direct.
I don't
He
know.
directed and produced it. It's his. It's called Independence Films. It's like a patriotic movie or producing company
cool.
is what he started, and that's his
Nice.
first movie with it. So it should be
I feel
cool.
like my favorite superhero-ish movies are like Deadpool and Suicide Squad.
Oh, you
You
like
liked
you like
Suicide
Suicide
Squad?
Squad?
That's
Ugh.
amazing.
oh man, it was so bad.
It's
No.
it's one of the worst
What?
movies I've ever seen.
They're
The
insane.
villain was the worst villain.
Yeah,
the
there's-
Joker.
I never saw it.
No, Joker wasn't
Are you,
the villain.
are
in
you
Suicide
like you're
Squad.
talking about the Will Smith Suicide Squad?
Yeah, awesome.
Oh,
No,
that's
the
he.
villain
First of all,
was the
he's
witch
not the
girl and
yeah.
the-
It's
and
some
her-
demon
Oh,
chick
yeah.
that's just super lame.
Just kidding. Yeah.
Yeah, just kidding.
He's like, never mind.
I
I
hated that one.
hate it.
I'm
That
not
was
just
terrible.
kidding about that. That movie was amazing.
No,
But
it sucks.
when he's
Don't-
the bad
Don't
person.
lead our any of our listeners astray. It's
If
one
you
of the
guys
worst
are
movies
normal,
ever.
you'll like Suicide Squad.
No,
The new one actually
Deadpool's-
looks okay.
Yeah,
maybe.
Deadpool looks
Could
good.
be.
You never
Um,
seen Deadpool?
I said no. I'm sorry, not looks good. It is good.
No, it's
I
good.
like
I
it.
was like,
yeah, it's
what?
good.
Go watch
I've seen
it
the
right
first
now.
two. The second one wasn't
It's
as good
amazing.
either. The problem is usually
Yeah.
the follow up movie.
No,
on
the first
any
one
of
was
them
way
suck.
better for sure.
You know what movie I really liked, which was a follow up, was the Thor Ragnarok. I thought
Yeah.
it was hilarious.
I think all the Thor movies are awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they actually
I
got
think
better. They got better
The
each time
advantage
they
it
had 'em.
had was like what? It was like 5 years later.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
kind of a big gap, and they didn't have
They
a
were
lot of the
kinda-
same characters. They
Yeah.
had obviously like Chris Hemsworth, but
Yeah.
they took Natalie Portman out. and all
That movie that was only what's her name? Harley Quinn. Her movie was dumb. That movie
horrible.
sucks.
The Birds of Prey.
Yeah, that movie
I didn't
sucks.
see it.
It
It's
was
dumb.
It was
Don't
the
watch
worst.
it.
Yeah.
That was
It was
way
like
worse.
it was like, look how woke we are. Boom! Like everything
wasn't
they did.
it
I was
not
like,
even
ugh.
the same girl?
No, it was Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
It didn't look
Yeah.
like her.
Yeah, I like Margot Robbie too. She's cute. But
Anyway, if you guys don't like
Not
the
a fan.
Iron Man movies, then we can't be friends.
No, I
'cause-
like-
No, the first Iron Man is maybe one of the best.
it was the
Marvel
first
Yeah.
MCU movie too.
films. Yeah,
I don't know what that means, but okay.
it was
Marvel
the first
universe.
movie for the whole universe.
Marvel Cinematic Universe. Is that what that means?
Yeah,
Come
Gotcha.
on, man. Get with it.
Sorry.
we're putting.
He's like,
Jake
I
to
only
sleep.
like DC Suicide Squad. That's the only
Yeah.
movie I like.
That's I don't like any of the Batman movies. They're too like slow.
What?
No.
Like the
JP, are
the
you
Dark
paying
Knight
attention? He just said he didn't like
I don't think I've ever watched
any of the Dark
Knight.
Knight movies.
I didn't watch any of those, but any
He
other
said
like
it earlier, and I didn't want to
Yeah.
interrupt, but I basically just wrote him off for
I
like,
said, I'm not a fan.
He's out of my will, is all I'm saying.
I told JP
so-
while you guys were gone that I don't have anything in common with you guys anymore.
Did you say you haven't
What?
seen the
I
Dark
said,
Knight, or you have?
no, I haven't.
Well, how
I
could you
probably
write
should
off
watch
then?
it. I said I don't like Batman stuff, and you guys are like, you don't like the Dark Knight, you can't be friends. Like,
Oh.
That's not what I said.
Well, you need to watch that one. It's
Which one?
the
Which
Dark
one?
Knight.
Oh.
That's
Like
the second
the-
one.
Oh, the second one?
Yeah,
The second one with the Joker as the best villain of any movie.
yeah, with
Ever.
Heath Ledger.
Yeah, he's phenomenal.
I feel like I have seen
just,
some of that, parts of that.
You should watch the whole thing. Go back and just watch it.
I
'Cause
probably
just from
have seen
just for
parts
the
of it.
Joker aspect of it.
Yeah.
It's so good. You could probably skip
So I had
the
a-
third one.
They're just really
I had a
slow.
buddy of mine make these things. I just sent y'all some text messages. I thought they were pretty
that's
cool.
cool.
But they're talking about comics and
that's
stuff. Isn't
cool.
that badass?
Oh, that's awesome.
So
He made you look
yoked.
ripped. Yeah, what?
He made you look like you could do 100 pull-ups.
Yeah.
Well, oh, it's the guy that's gonna make you look like a superhero.
hell?
Like,
I was on
why would you not?
steroids
Look at
that
that.
day.
I expect myself to look this ripped, and he's gonna do one for me.
Right?
How badass is that?
Oh, that's
awesome.
really cool looking.
Is that your
giant
NFT?
cigar. Oh, you can sell your first NFT.
Yep.
That's cool.
He's like, I don't know what the hell you guys
He's
are
like,
talking about.
he's like,
No clue what that is.
he responded, yeah, for sure.
he's like, I don't know what it is, but NFT stands for never effing doing it. I don't know.
He's like, I'll be right back. I got some Googling to do. Don't worry, you still won't understand because I
We're
don't.
like,
I
I'll send
remember
you 10 videos
we talked
from
about
Gary
it on
Vee.
here
doesn't
one
make
time.
sense.
No, that's all I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
My
it's-
boss like trades crypto all the time, and today he was like, "So I still don't understand NFTs." I was like, "Yeah, me neither."
Yeah.
Like,
that's-
kind
yeah.
of.
Yeah. Ooh. You got anything else?
Yeah. Here, I'll do this one.
Why are you scratching your belly like that? That's wrong.
Look like a 50-year-old has a beer belly. Yeah. He said, "What is wrong with you?"
So rude.
My new favorite Jesse is drinking Jesse. By the way,
You want more of
this-
this?
This has to be in
More drinking
Florida.
Jesse.
Oh my gosh.
This is a Florida thing for sure. Not listening to it, but
Oh my gosh.
Holy, is that Godzilla?
What would happen if you walked in the
Godzilla.
store and that thing was on like the top shelf? You're just like, oh,
dude,
it
there's a
started 2021. I knew it was gonna come sometime, but here it is. It's the end of the world.
is this Cloverfield? What's happening?
Yeah, it's Cloverfield. You're like, am I about to get really nauseous from watching a TV screen?
That's the worst movie I've ever watched.
It's actually a cool movie,
It's not that bad.
but
See,
I wish
you
it
guys-
wasn't so
You guys
jerky.
would like that shit.
No,
So
but
dumb.
you didn't like.
It's like,
wait,
is this Blair Witch too? What's happening?
did you not like the whole premise of the movie, or you
No.
just didn't?
I don't even remember what it was about. I just hated that it was all in point
In
of
camp.
It was
You
a
just
monster
didn't-
movie.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you never saw a monster, right?
Yeah. Well,
You do at the
see it a
Barely, like
couple
at the
times.
You do at
very
the
end
end,
or
yeah.
something. You can see
Well,
like
that's
its
what-
head.
But that's what like makes most scary movies scary. Is that you don't actually see it. Your imagination is freaking you
I think
out.
that's
It's
why I
not the
don't
actual
like
thing.
scary movies.
Yeah,
is
well, because
I
like
don't-
we watched Godzilla vs King Kong, and it was kind of terrible.
It was really ridiculous.
It was
See, like
just
one of the only scary horror movies I like is like 13 Ghosts because you can see it all the whole time.
I've never.
Can we go
heard
back
of
to the
that.
video for a second?
What?
Yeah.
How big is that damn thing?
It's like it's a monitor lizard.
Yeah, it's
Or
gonna be
Komodo
like 4 feet.
dragon, one or the other.
Okay. Also, what
Yeah.
kind of shelf is that? What's on the shelf?
Cigarettes? It looks
Not
like.
cigarettes. You don't put cigarettes by the frozen foods, Brandon.
It's in
you put-
freaking Japan, bro.
It's right next to the ice cream. It makes sense.
The writing's all in Asian or Korean or something.
It's a
You don't-
monitor lizard.
Those 6-year-olds smoke there. They put it right next to the ice cream.
Yeah, you send your 6-year-old to get your cigarettes.
Yeah.
Dude, that thing is giant.
Jeez.
Looking through.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, so yeah, I was gonna
thanks.
say something about this. So we have a pet store like a couple towns away that I was at, and we were in there. My buddy's girlfriend was looking at the pet beds. So they have like animals running around the store that are the store's pets, you know. So they have like a tortoise that walks around or whatever, and she's flipping through the pet beds. Well, like halfway through, there's one of these. And it's like 3 feet long, curled up in this pet bed, and I heard her scream across the store like somebody was murdering her. She runs out the front door. We're like, "What's wrong with you?" And she's like, "Fuck that store!" Like freaking out, dude. And she's like, "There's
my
a huge
goodness.
lizard in the pet beds." And the people that owned it were like, "Oh yeah, sorry, that's like Fred or whatever."
Yeah, that's our shop
Oh
lizard.
my gosh!
Yeah.
That thing,
You're like,
that
"It
thing
won't
is
hurt you."
Huge.
It was like missing an eye and stuff.
Do you guys see this thing?
The frog.
I'm just. What?
Oh my gosh!
That
Thing
was-
is huge.
that thing
Frog legs on that thing are like chicken quarters.
right?
Yeah, it's massive.
Chicken thighs for sure.
Well, is it massive or is that dude really skinny?
Well, I mean, he's pretty skinny.
He's 4'5".
He's,
Nope, it's massive.
He's your height, so you judge it how
He
you
was
will.
pretty large frog.
Also, why are you just carrying that thing around like that?
It's his pet.
The guy talking. That's the biggest frog I've seen in my whole life. That's what he says. That's crazy looking.
Yeah,
Ugh.
that thing grew up around a radioactive facility for sure.
I hate reptiles. Like I'm not a
Yeah.
reptile person.
I don't understand anything but a cat or a dog as a pet.
Yeah,
Have
like
chickens.
Well, that's
well,
agree.
that, yeah,
I
but you
agree
can
with
eat,
half of
but
that.
you can eat them.
Yeah, we'll eat the
Yeah,
eggs.
I agree with you. I'm with JP actually. Just dogs.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
cats aren't bad.
we have
No, there's
I
some
won't
cool
own one,
cats.
but they're okay.
we have 3 in the house. Actually, there's 6 in the house right now because she's
I was-
fostering 3 kittens.
Oh my!
I was with a
goodness.
couple buddies earlier today, and they were like, "Hey, check this out, man! This guy's got a what the hell did it say? It's a Bengal. I think it was they were like it's a Bengal tiger. They got it in their garage." And I was like, "What?" They're like, "Yeah, look at this. Look at this picture." And they show it to me, and I was like,
Like a
"That's an
Bengal
awesome."
tiger.
That's what they said. They were like, "It's
Yeah,
a Bengal. They got a
Bengal
Bengal tiger in their garage, like here
You're
in Nashville. It's crazy."
You're like, what is
And
this? Texas?
Right?
Does it turn into
So-
Texas?
They showed me the picture, and I was like, "That's an ocelot." They're like, "What?" And I was like, "That's an ocelot. It's just a big cat. They have them down in Texas."
Yeah, you can walk them like a dog. You put them on a
Yeah.
leash. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
just,
you were
it's
just
a
talking to
cat.
me about this the other day. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I always liked the ocelot. I knew exactly what it was, but I'm like, it's 2 foot tall. Like, it's not a
Yeah.
Bengal tiger,
Yeah,
you
right.
idiot. Like,
Yeah. You're like, no, it's just a cub. It's gonna get huge. You're like,
Right.
no, dude. One of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life was when our friend was moving to Colorado, and they need to get their cat inside the truck to go to move. And so it would not go in a kennel. The thing was massive. We called it Fat Cat because it was the biggest cat in the entire world. And it would not go in a kennel. Like every time they set the kennel up straight, and so they could
So
drop it in,
puts its
and it
arms
would
out.
like put its arms out, and they couldn't get it in, and it was just like like the whole freaking claws out and everything. And so he's like, "All right, that's it. We're just gonna put a leash on you. Let's put a leash on him. Like we're walking you to the truck." And that cat literally laid sideways with its legs there and just dragged across the entire yard. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. I was like, oh, that's what happens when you put a leash on a cat. Oh, I never knew. It's just like, I ain't doing this. You're going to drag me all the way to the car. And then we got it into the truck, and it was like a big semi truck because his dad was a semi truck driver. And he started driving down the road, And they left one of the windows open on the top, like in the bunk bed cabinet, and it jumped out of the window in the middle of the road.
No!
And we're like, oh no, because it was like our childhood friend. So we were like, bye, and then you just see the cat jump out, and we're like, oh no! So we like ran over there and like kind of like pinned it down, but it was like hi, like tried to like hold it there and pet it, and he drove around the block in his semi, and then came back, and he was just like. Oh, and so they end up throwing it back in the house because he's like, I gotta come in like a couple weeks back anyway, and I'll just grab it then. So
a couple weeks.
Yeah, there's something left.
Just leave it in the house. It'll be fine. I'm sure it'll find something to eat.
Did he make us watch it? Because it was a while that he was just living in the cat or living in the house by himself. No, they left it. He was like, forget it. I'm just leaving this cat. So he just left it for a few weeks. I'll come back for it.
Wow.
And then eventually they came back for it. But it was so funny, man.
All right, we're talking about cats. I'm going to tell you the funniest story that I may have heard in a very long time, and I'm going to try to hold it together to tell the story.
It's already not going well.
But I can't do it. I was thinking about it, and I can't hardly speak that I'm continue to laugh.
Okay, let's hear it.
So the same person who made that drawing or whatever depiction
NFT,
that I just sent you.
Continue.
Yeah. We were at a party, a couple weekends ago, and we're sitting there, and they're like, everybody's talking, and I'm off to the side, and I don't know, we got on the subject for like emergency vets or something. He's like, yeah, I hadn't been an emergency vet in a long time. He's like, I had this cat. He's like, I came home, and the cat was just laying over, and it was just going, meow, meow, just making all kinds of noises, and it was obviously the cat was sick, and he was like, I felt really bad for it, and he's like, but I kind of been drinking, quite a bit, but, he's like, I was single, and it was, I just had this cat, and he's like, but my girlfriend, she had been drinking. He's like, so I'm like, we got to take him to the emergency vet, like right now. He's like, so there's 24-hour vet down the road. So he's like, we take it to the vet. He's like, this cat is obviously just sick and not in good health. So he said he gets to the vet, and they're sitting there, and he goes, it's 2 a.m, and this vet that obviously does not want to be there at 2 a.m, the 24-hour vet. He comes in, he takes the cat, he says he's dead.
I feel like I know what's going to happen.
You should have took a bet on that.
I know.
So he says he's got this cat, and he's turning him around. He's looking at him. He said, as serious as he could. He's like, he never cracked a smile. He was just as serious as he was.
It's going well.
I can't do it. I'm telling you. I just started laughing so bad. He's like, he flips the cat over at one point. He's like, well, first off, this cat has a really small penis.
What?
That's your first problem.
What?
That's why it's meowing. It's upset.
And I was not expecting it, dude. I was just as I am now. I was laughing so hard I couldn't get control of myself. And then we were at this party. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. Like my eyes are watering. Like I couldn't. And I was like, what the hell did he say that for? And he was like, well, it had a UTI. I was like, oh.
Wow.
He's like, but as soon as he said it, he's like, I went. Oh. I couldn't hold it.
This is where I thought the story was gonna go. I thought your drunk friend was like, "Oh my god, my cat's sick. We gotta go at 2 a.m. and wake this vet up." And so they take him, and the doctor or the vet would be like, "Did you feed him today? That's probably why he's fucking meowing, man. Did you feed him?" He's like, "Oh, we forgot to feed him." And it's just like, you idiot. He's like, that's $400.
Yeah. Well, I thought you were going to say he was pregnant and was going to have kittens or something.
He's got a small penis. Things. Also, he's pregnant.
Yeah. Also, it's not a male.
All of these things are valid things you would think that a vet was going to say while he was flipping this cat around. And he just hit me out of nowhere with, well, first off, this cat has a small penis. And I lost it. Like,
why would you need to even know that? Like, just
your friend's like,
listen.
Reference.
Yeah.
Your friend's like, listen, Doc, he's a shower, or he's a grower, not a shower. He's like, the doctor's like, well, he's a she, and she's pregnant.
Yeah.
So.
Like, I'm already laughing so hard my glasses are fogging up. Like, I can't even do it.
funny.
That's so funny.
That's not the direction I thought I was going to go.
No,
That's
me neither.
fantastic. That's great.
I had a friend with a funny animal story. So they had a place. Their family had a place down in Mexico on Baja, and they were super into fishing. So they had a boat, and they would go out deep sea fishing, whatever. Really cool stuff. But one vacation, I guess, that there's a stray dog, because they're common in Mexico, came up and they started playing with it, and they got real friendly with it, and they liked it. And so then they're like, you know what, let's just take this dog home. Like, we'll just adopt this dog.
Smuggle it back.
Yeah, so he's like, so we were trying to figure out how to, like, smuggle it back into the U.S. and, like, where to hide the dog and everything and do all that. And he's like, yeah, we got stopped, and we're just like, don't look weird. And he's like, they let us go through, and we're like, whoa, we got something through. And then they got home, they're like, all right, we got to take it to get all the shots and stuff. So they went and took it to the vet. And then the vet came back out without the dog, and they're like, we got a problem. And they're like, oh man, like, what is it? Like, whatever. Like, it's a cool dog. We'll probably pay for it. And they're like, no, it's not a dog.
It's a coyote.
Was it a coyote?
No, they said it was, I don't know what it was, but they thought it was some, like, ugly dog that they just thought was cute, but it was some other giant rodent.
Oh, what? It was a rodent? What?
They said basically it was a giant rodent, and they're like, we can't let you have this. We have to call animal control.
So, like, you bring that into the U.S., that thing's going to multiply like crazy.
They're like, where'd you find this? They're like, it was just in our yard. I don't know.
In Juarez. In our summer house.
How do you pick up a dog that is so ugly that it is a rodent?
I don't know.
Probably like one of
It
those.
was like, man, I've never seen a hairless dog in person, but that's ugly.
This looks just like the dog that Paris Hilton has. This thing is amazing. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Hilarious. It's probably one of those nutria rats or something that they kind of look like dogs.
Do they?
Yeah.
I've been to New York. I've seen some big rats, but not that big.
I wonder, so they thought it was like a smaller dog.
I'm assuming, yeah.
Yeah.
Because funny.
I thought it was going to be a coyote. Or like a wolf. They're like,
that'd
you
be
brought a
funny.
wolf, but this is not a dog. This thing's, you're like, I just thought it was big. You're like, it's up to your waist.
Yeah.
What do you mean you
He
thought
ate
it
a
was
poodle
big?
in the back.
He was hungry. So, actually,
Quite the appetite on
that
him.
reminds me of the Tiger King when like the girl gets her arm bitten off, and then she's like, "Yeah, I was back at work 3 days later." And it's like she's like a nub and it's bandaged up. It's like, what is wrong with you? Like you went back to work, you got your arm bitten off, girl. It's crazy.
It's like, I will never financially recover from this.
Is that you? You breaking the chair?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, we just had another hour, boys.
Nice.
Thanks for
I'm
the
trying
drinks.
to find I just typed in dog or rodent that looks like a dog, trying to find one. This
Send
thing
it to
says
Sam.
Yeah.
says
Are you
it's a bush
fact-checking me?
dog. It looks kind of like a dog, but it says
That
Yeah,
could
that
be
looks like
it.
a dog.
well, it
that
says
could be it.
canine family though, so that does.
That's
that
much
doesn't
better
work.
than what I had in my mind.
Yeah, I was thinking
Right.
I was thinking a giant mouse.
That's what I've always pictured.
I was
Like,
like,
it shows the
What
picture.
is this?
he was like weird. I just thought his tail was weird. I don't know. I
Stop.
thought his
isn't
tail
real.
was hairless.
It's called a raccoon dog.
It's a trash panda.
No.
It looks like a raccoon that's mixed with a Pomeranian.
It does look like that.
No, this is a trash panda. Look at that thing.
Yeah.
Good lord, that's ugly.
It's hideous. Yeah, raccoons are gross.
It's not a raccoon. It's called a
know, they're
raccoon
pretty
dog.
Yeah, they're pretty gross.
My
It's
favorite
not
raccoon.
a raccoon. Look at that thing.
It's
What
pretty
is
ugly.
that?
Looks
What's
like
that
a
commercial where
raccoon
all the
porcupine.
raccoons are in the trash can and they all get
Dude,
out?
those
and
are
it's like,
awesome.
Oh, that's terrible. Taste this.
Yeah. I love those commercials. That has to
Oh,
be.
that's amazing.
Have you ever noticed that all the really funny commercials are always insurance commercials?
I know
Yeah.
they do
Every
good
single
at them.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, and you never remember what
No.
insurance commercial.
I just started rolling and
So
I'm
their
like,
money
oh,
didn't
State
work.
Farm, cool.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I always remember State Farm because it's like, well, the older, well, all of them, I guess, they do great commercials with the khakis and all that.
Yeah.
You know? And then they also do the one with the one guy from Spider-Man. I'm like, oh, what's his name from Spider-Man? You know,
I saw him the other day.
Did you? Where?
I saw him in the airport. Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Who are you talking about?
It's the guy that runs the paper.
It's like
the.
Yeah, he's like we got that covered or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's
black
bald
dude?
and mustache. No, he's white. He's white.
Oh.
You say black dude?
Well, I was thinking of the Allstate guy.
Oh yeah, no, that guy's off that
He's off
you said we
24.
got
Forces show.
Yeah,
or whatever.
24.
No, this guy's one of the other insurance. Like, is it?
Which one?
It's the one where he's like the house and the boat, or he does the weird stories.
That's State Farm.
Yeah.
Is that State Farm?
Yeah, that's State Farm. That was before
thought
they
they
went
went
back
back
to
to
the
khakis.
khakis. No,
Oh.
before they
I
went
thought
back.
that was Farmers. Where he's
Yeah,
like, we've
it is
seen it because
Farmers, right?
we've covered it because we've seen it or whatever.
It's Farmers.
Yeah, you're right.
Dude,
State Farm, Farmers.
We are basically the smartest people in the world.
Dude, my favorite one is still where they got that switch in the garage, and he's like, "What's this switch do?" And he's like flipping it, and nothing's happening. You look down the block, and the garage door just bam, bam, hits the car. That was amazing.
I love how like we're gonna get no comments, but if we did get comments, it'd be like, you guys talked about insurance commercials for 5 solid minutes at the
Christmas.
end. And Christmas for 10 minutes in the middle.
Batman.
You guys could probably cut out all that next time. It's like, okay, yeah, we get it.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we're in for another hour, so thanks, guys. Thanks for another after hour show. And make sure you follow us on all the social media stuff, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Make sure you rate us. Make sure you share with friends. That helps us the most. And if you like the after hours, send us a message because we find it to be very fun and we enjoy it a lot. So thanks for listening, guys, and go build something.
First off, this cat has a really small penis.
What?